Hey, good afternoon and welcome to EliteHealthOnline.com. Thanks for joining today's podcast. Just as a quick disclaimer, this information today is meant to be for educational purposes only. This is not meant to diagnose or treat your condition. Make sure you hop online at EliteHealthOnline.com and book one of the visits with our providers. Everything will be handled over the telephone and medication will arrive at your doorstep within 48 hours. So today we have two guests with us from Drug Crafters Pharmacy here in Frisco. We have Aaron, the chief pharmacist there. Aaron, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having us.
And we have Natalie, the vice president of sales and marketing. Natalie, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
So today we're introducing a very neat, cool product that is interesting. Weight loss lollipops. I think these are, is it fair to say they have phentermine in them, right?
Correct.
So a
Yeah,
different
great.
delivery mechanism, which is interesting. So if you guys don't mind, just kind of tell us all about these weight loss lollipops. What are they? How do they work? Why are they different? What's the difference if I take a pill? And just tell us all about it.
So I'll start this and let Aaron go into the details about it. But we're excited about creating a new delivery system for phentermine because Clay, working with you for years, we know that some of your patients, their biggest concern with phentermine has been it makes their heart race or it keeps them up at night. They're not able to sleep as well as they could if they weren't taking it. So we looked at different options and how to best still give them the benefits of phentermine without all of the side effects that they're used to. And so one of those ways was creating a lollipop because that gives patients the ability to use it as they need to use it. If they're not eating 4 full meals a day or 3 meals a day, maybe they work a night shift or whatever the case is. This gives them the opportunity to suck on a lollipop 15 minutes before their meal and will still help them eat less because they'll still see the effects of phentermine. However, it's less dramatic than taking a pill once a day or twice a day.
What's the delivery? Wow, is the delivery that much faster than taking a capsule? To where my experience with phentermine is it took a couple of hours for the for the appetite suppression to kick in. Like if
and
I wanted to not overeat at lunch, I needed to take it by 9 a.m., right? 10 at the latest. So what's the time frame for this one as far as like that where it starts to be active?
sure. And anytime that you use a lollipop or you use anything that's more and it's not having to go through your gut and it can bypass that metabolism, it's typically always going to be a quicker response time. As I've stated, a lot of patients are different. So, if you feel like even with doing the lollipop, you need 2 hour time frame, then sure, you can use it 2 hours before. For me personally, about 30 minutes is enough. And for some patients, the craving might just be, sucking on a lollipop because it is,
Yeah, it's satisfying.
mimicking that candy
Mhm.
type of response for your body. And so it really is patient specific as far as how quickly or how long they'll need to use it. But usually, 2 hours would be the maximum that I've seen for most patients.
Okay, excellent.
We also get some questions about this from just weight loss clinics in general, but the lollipops and our troches are both keto friendly. So if you are following a keto diet, these would be acceptable.
Oh, that's great. That's great to know.
We've also talked about this in the past as far as a lot of patients, will use intermittent fasting as part of their weight loss journey. And this helps tremendously with, kind of curbing that craving during your intermittent fasting and you don't feel like death and you're not getting hangry. You're actually, can, fast the appropriate time. These can dramatically help with that.
That's awesome. And any of the negatives that around these? I mean, obviously, how many can you have? I can't imagine someone. These are just like every other medication; they're regulated, right? On
Right.
how many per day, how
Sure.
frequently you could use them. Kind of give us the overview of what the typical patient might uh,
Erin has a
experience.
lot too. She could show you.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. So I've got one here in my hands. And we do keep them in a childproof package. But it looks like a traditional, a little bit larger than a Dum Dum. And for most patients, they just want to suck on it, usually, before they need it. So it's not going to cause that heart racing that a lot of times ephedrine can cause.
Right.
When you're looking at this particular lollipop, it has 30 milligrams of phentermine with 200 micrograms of chromium, and 30 milligrams of phentermine typically is around the maximum that a patient would take per day.
Right.
Some patients don't need 30 milligrams a day. So consuming one lollipop per day would be the maximum. For most patients, if they're using it mainly just to curb their appetite, I would find that they would use probably one lollipop every 2 days or so, and that would be enough for them for curbing their appetite.
Yeah, we've learned with some of the other amphetamine products that we have, you can take up to 2 a day, but most people can respond really well with just one. It
Yeah.
will do the trick.
Yeah.
Is there any way to take and use half of that and then wrap it back up and use it? If that was your effective dose, could you do that?
Of course, most
Similar to
definitely.
a troche with a lot of the ED troches and things, we tell people bite them in half, use
Yes.
half, and if you don't need the full thing, don't.
One.
We'll prescribe it for the dose, but if you can get by with half, take half, right?
Right. And that's always, as pharmacists, that's always what we recommend, is taking the dosage that will get you the effect that you need and not taking any more. So sure, if you only need it once a day, perfect. If you need it 4 times a day, as long as you're not consuming more than one lollipop per day, not a problem at all. I mean, since this is a traditional, just traditional lollipop, even wrapping it, it does come in a prescription bottle. So even wrapping it with, in saran wrap or foil or anything like that and saving it for the next day, perfectly fine, not a problem. Same thing with a troche. They're very easy to cut in half or bite in half. That's absolutely not a problem.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on coming up with a great product. I think it has a great fit into what patients want, right? They want to be able to tailor something to their needs. And it's not one size fits all, and that's awesome. And I love the fact that this product can be utilized as needed. Again, we've talked, I think, on other podcasts about the importance of maybe you don't need it every day. Don't get in the habit of taking it every day. It does lose its effectiveness. I know one of the reasons we at our clinic limit 90 days to phentermine is because after 90 days, we want you off for 90 days.
Right.
But with these, that might not necessarily be true if you're not taking it every day. If you're using it 3 times per week, I wouldn't see any reason. Of course, our providers will make those decisions, but no reason to say you couldn't use it, indefinitely if you're sparingly using it on days, that you're intermittent fasting, or you're using it only on weekends, or when trying to curve eating, that sort of thing. So it's a pretty customizable solution.
Yeah, and that's another reason why we work so well together with you guys at Elite Health Online, is we can honestly, if you have a problem, we can come up with a solution. Just like providers come up with solutions for your patients all the time. That's definitely why we're here and why we compound medications to meet patient-specific needs, for sure.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you for being with us today, and thanks for introducing the new products to our patients. I'm sure we'll probably do something more with this later, but go to elitehealthonline.com, book your telehealth visit. We will get you on the phone with the provider in just a couple of days, and then you'll have medication delivered within 48 hours so we can get you started and get you on your way to your weight loss and wellness journeys. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, everyone.